Jesus Christ. Morning, team. Make America great again. How are we all? Good evening. Welcome, Jordan Stevenson, Hannah Phillips. Was the music playing? Did you hear it? Could you hear it? Did you hear it? Evening, Jordan. Evening, Brenda. Just a terrible, terrible song sung in the early hours of the evening to accompany me when I go to bed with Melania. Melania is a lovely lady. We can't kiss because she wears strange hats. Evening, Reese. Evening, everyone. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good day if you're in America or Australia. Nadia is in the other room. We have had a day of total hell. Oh my God. What a day have you got in store when that vlog lands very, very soon? Why? I've been covered in paint. I've just had a bath. I had a bath. I've got, what was that? Rash? Oh my God. For those of you wondering what the hell I'm talking about, because you've come here to talk about Trump on our vlog and on our sort of family reality show. It did sound like Kermit, didn't you? I tell you why, because we've been so strained painting I can't access my Donald Trump. It not only didn't go well, you just can't even, you won't even begin to believe what happened. I tried to paint a wall and the wall got the better of me. I couldn't paint a wall, couldn't build a wall, couldn't paint a wall, couldn't see the wall, couldn't climb the wall. Dump sucks, says Fabian Stars. Dump Trump, maybe Trump sucks. Okay, so I thought we did. Can you believe it's been a week since Donald Trump came into power? And I just thought we'd start with Donald J. Trump posted his last post on Truth Social was, "There is a bright light over the USA and indeed the entire world ever since the presidential election of 2024. Is there a bright light over the USA? Who feels maybe that, maybe people feel there is a bright light hovering over the USA? He's made a lot of drastic and dramatic decisions. We're going to trot through some of those decisions. He's sort of coming off the back of the story that seems to have kind of just hit the press that we would have probably talked about if we'd done Coffee Moaning. The Colombian, his moment of conflict with Colombia's president, as he was sending people back to Colombia. So he was deporting a bunch of migrants from America to Colombia. Colombia refused to let the flights land. Within a nanosecond, President Trump had sent out posts all over Truth Social saying, "I'm going to tariff you 50%. I'm going to close down all borders. I'm going to build great big walls. I'm going to take it out on you in a big way." And he just went fucking nuts. I mean, he went without declaring war on Colombia. He basically threatened to close Colombia down. And quite quickly, Colombia, being Colombia, said, "All right, yeah, we'll have them back. They can land." So that's his sort of latest spat. But in an announcement, the White House hailed the agreement with Colombia. I'd hardly say it was an agreement. There's a victory for Donald Trump's hardline approach after the two countries' leaders had exchanged threats on social media. "Today's events," quote, "make clear to the world that America is respected again," said the White House press secretary Caroline Leavitt. She added that the tariffs and sanctions that Trump would have imposed on Colombia would be held in reserve and not signed unless Colombia fails to. So basically, don't fuck with us. What a threat. If you try and do something we don't like, we're going to tariff you to the hilt and we're going to screw your economy. So that was his latest. And that seems to have been the order of the day, really. I mean, I think, how would you describe the headlines of his first week? It's kind of like, it's definitely America first, not America second, America first, America first. And Julie Woods, Trump makes me sick. Yeah, well, but a lot of people love Trump. The vast majority of people love Trump, and we've got to just have to accept that in some way, I suppose. So that was his little spat with Colombia. So I'm going to just trot through. I have a feeling with Trump says what I I sing in my car. I have a feeling with Trump, the world leaders in the next month who were once friends and allies are going to teach him about the old time lesson is when you fuck around, you're going to find out. Oh, I was thinking about this actually. It's interesting you should say that. I was thinking, is there anyone in the world sort of thinking, who is this fucking orange Muppet who just thinks he's the big I am? Who's going to piss on his... Okay, here's the question. Who's going to piss on his parade first? Or who's going to put up the first bit of resistance? Colombia tried, but failed. Who's going to be the first? I think Starmer. Can't see Starmer the Charmer. Starmer the Smarmer Charmer. I can't see that happening. No, that was good. I sing in my car. I like that. I'm trying to work out who Putin... They're mates, aren't they? Could it be China? Do you think China might invade Taiwan? I mean, I'm really curious to know how he's going to try and win the Nobel Peace Prize and claim he's anti-war, whilst we'll talk about, sort of saying that, well, we need to, it's a terrible mess. We need to get all the Palestinians out. We just need to get them out, clear it up. We just need to clear it all up. It's a really nice land there, great seaside, coastal flats, coastal real estate. We just need to ship them all out, clean it up. Twitter is barely breaking even, reports Reuters. Banks selling Musk debt. Oh. So anyway, yeah, so there's a great big light hang over the USA. Yeah, you could call it, maybe it's the California fires. I don't really here we go. I don't really know if anyone's going to humble him this time, especially when we're at a time of superpower country competition. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, who's the contender? It's like looking at Tottenham's substitutes bench, kind of going, what the fuck can we do to get a goal? I mean, who could it be? Who's in South America? You got the lunatic in Argentina. The lunatic in Argentina, is it Argentina's? He looks like sort of a cross between Neil Gaiman and Tim Burton, but a bit deader, just weird. Just wears weird suits. And you got the Prime Minister of Italy, who she just seems like just weird. India, no. China, yeah. Russia. I don't think there is anyone. I think you're right. Baron being lined up for 2044. Did anyone see that meme where there was like a 9-foot Baron? Well, apparently he went in. What he said to Biden on the inauguration, so rubbish. We lost 2-1 to Leicester. Was it 2-1? I think it was. Apparently what he said to Biden was, "You're done." It's the only moment that I felt a little bit sorry for Biden, the blob of genocide Joe. When I say blob, I mean a sort of wibbly mass. I mean, what you got to give Donald Trump. He's full of he's kind of full of electricity in a way that Joe Biden just. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wonder if Joe Biden's going to come unstuck quite quick. Well, I mean, he had to hold it together to some degree, but now he doesn't have to hold it together at all, does he? I mean, I wonder if Joe Biden is now currently wandering all the way towards Greenland. Anyway, just on the news of the Colombian migrants, Donald Trump's clampdown on migration. There was just a clip. I noticed this clip before I was bathing, and I saw this clip bounce out. Selena Gomez apparently posted the actress from Only Murders in the Building. I think she's in Emilia Perez. She's spoken out against his immigration crackdown. She's pro migration, kind of understandably. And well, here you go.
Actress posted the video early Monday.
I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
The Only Murders in the Building star's message was met with immediate backlash among Trump's supporters. She later deleted the video and posted this Instagram story that read, "Apparently it's not okay to show empathy for people."
Yeah, she's very upset. Liz D, there are tons of Latinos in the US complaining on social media now. Wait, the guy we voted for is doing what he said he would do and deporting everyone. And also, I mean, she's getting a lot of stick, Selena Gomez. I feel for her because she's, she didn't vote for Trump. So there's also an enormous number of Latinos, I guess, Liz D, who didn't vote for Trump, who are like, well, the fuck, this is why we didn't vote for Trump. And they're all a little bit scared. I mean, we've talked about it before. I mean, if he's right, if this birthright citizenship, if you're born to illegal migrants in America, but you're born in America, you don't have a birthright to America. I mean, how many generations back is he going to go on that? The vast majority of everyone who made New York the real estate possibility that Donald Trump's family could exploit pretty much was built on the back of the children of migrants who probably didn't have the right paperwork. Do you get me? I mean, it's like if you, the thing I don't understand about America is you target migration and immigrants, you are questioning the entire foundations of America. America was built on the genocide of a native people, the enslavement of people of color, and then the sort of work enslavement of a migrant working population. I mean, that's, if you didn't have those three groups, there'd be no America. It's amazing, isn't it, that none of them think about that? Do you get me? Trump's mother was Scottish. I mean, come on, including himself. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, no, there's Selena, and also I think it's sad how celebrities, as soon as a celebrity cries, everyone goes, "Fucking hell, Jesus Christ." Don't know why. Anyway, let's go through his week. A poll was done in the UK on Trump's policies, and they had high support, which is worrying. Yeah, I'm looking for. I'm curious because Trump, and I think Rachel Reeves has said she wants a bit of MAGA here, doesn't she? But here it'd be called Mega, or would it Make England, or in fact it'd be called Mugga, Mucka, Make United Kingdom Great Again. Anyway, let's have a look. Let's have a little look through the week. Oh, he issued pardons for all those involved in January the 6th attack. We talked about that this time last week. The Proud Boys, Oath Attack, is that a band? He's released all of them. One of them's even been allowed to go to Washington. I mean, just release the fucking lot of them. He said, just fuck it, just get them, just get them out. They didn't do anything. They didn't do anything wrong. They just hit a few people. Then they left the WHO, suspended foreign aid to the World Health Organization. This speaks to COVID. He's a vaccine denier, clearly. He's got old RFK, who's also a vaccine denier. But I'm all for a debate on vaccines, if I'm honest. So there's the first little moment where you go, you sort of sit there. I mean, when Trump hit, when there's the few occasions when something that Trump believes in or Trump's policy is delivering on, and it intercepts with something that you believe in or you certainly think could be reappraised, it's like, what the fuck just happened there? It's like did a UFO just pass me? Backed biblical Israeli claims to Palestinian land. This is just petrifying. So this is Trump's nominee for the US, Ambassador UN, endorsed Israeli claims of biblical rights. New York Congresswoman Elise Stefanik was asked on Tuesday if she backed far-right Israeli biblical claims to Palestinian territory. She responded yes, which essentially means, it's going to be all about supporting settlers, supporting their claims on the West Bank. It's already started. We're going to talk in a bit about Donald Trump suggesting that, why doesn't Jordan and Egypt take all the Palestinians? Isn't it weird that the ethnic cleansing is going to be... So what they've done is Israel have gone in and bulldozed the entire Gaza Strip. It's really hard to live there now. Really hard to live there, and almost impossible to live there. But you know what? Palestinians so proud, they want to try, but they've made it so hard. So Trump's going to come in and look at it like a sort of a borough in near Queens or Brooklyn or in New York, and he's going to go, "Oh, that's a mess. Why don't we put everyone in assisted housing? Why wouldn't they like that?" And you're just like, well, hang on a minute. So he's gonna like a realtor, like an estate agent. He's gonna say, well, let's just get everyone out. Let's just put them in Jordan and Egypt. And who thinks they're going to be allowed back in? They're not going to come back in. It's just like real estate. It's just shocking. Lovely seaside resort. I mean, a lot could be done with that. A lot could be done with the beautiful. It's a beautiful place, beautiful weather. Withdrew from the Paris Climate Agreement. Could California have been on fire for, I don't know, is it just the water? Is it just because Gavin Newscum, as he calls him, is deciding not to release water from San Francisco? Oh, mate. This is all in his first week. Launched a war on migrants and their children. We've talked about that. Cancelled travel for refugees, including those approved to resettle in the US. This is bad because this includes he's suspended all refugee admissions program for people fleeing war and persecution. The paused program includes the resettlement of more than 1,600 Afghans who assisted the US war effort, as well as relatives of active duty US military personnel. So if you were a translator in Afghanistan for the Americans, and so you've got a target on your back from the Taliban, that to me strikes me as being a really valid and justified migrant, asylum seeker, refugee. They've all been put on pause, all of them, absolutely everything. He's stopped everything. He's recommitting to the death penalty. Going to make sure everyone's got enough drugs, enough poison, enough injections to do the job. Good, well done. Ignited fear when Elon Musk appeared to make a fascist salute twice. Let's not go there again. I can't quite believe it. Warned Joe Biden, this was interesting, that he should have pardoned. He said, it's very sad, very, very sad that Joe didn't pardon himself. Very sad. It's a very sad day. What he was saying was, Joe Biden, to be fair, very sleepy, dopey, sleepy Joe Biden. Oh, sorry. He pardoned his entire family. He pardoned virtually everyone he knew, but he didn't pardon himself. And what people are saying is baked into this idea that it's very sad that he didn't. Trump is going to potentially go after him like the courts went after Donald Trump. It's going to be a vengeful move. 10 denied transgender rights and banned flags. This is basically government agencies issuing passports, visas, other official documents have been ordered to only allow male and female as options. As of today, it will be henceforth be the official policy of the US government that there are only two genders, male and female. And I think we all know that he fired a whole bunch of trans soldiers, changed a couple of names. You may have heard about this. This is the Bay of Mexico, is now the Bay of America, or the Gulf of America, rather. It's called the Gulf of America. And what's it called? Mountain Denali is now being renamed or taken back to Mount McKinley. But you know, no one. Mexico isn't changing its name. No. In other news, Canada can become a state. One thing we're going to be demanding is respect from other nations. Canada, this is what he said. We have a tremendous deficit with Canada. We're not going to have that anyway, he said. You can always become a state. If you're a state, we won't have a deficit. We won't have to tariff you. Canada has been very tough to deal with. We don't need their cars and we don't need their lumber. So he definitely wants, he still wants Canada as a state, still wants Greenland. Trump's pardoned anti-abortion activists who blockaded clinic. These are people who attacked doctors. Resulted in a nurse being injured. So he's pardoned aggressive, violent pro-lifers. It's quite staggering, isn't it? As you just move through the week. She's interesting. This lady. What's her name? Susie Miles, is it? Let me just find her. Susie Wiles. Susie Wiles. She's prevented She's actually prevented Elon Musk from having an office in the West Wing. Look, but with those eyes. USA enemies, if you please. Boom, boom, boom. Do you remember the snake in Jungle Book? House lawmaker pitches long shot. Look at this. Read this out loud. Everyone now, read this out loud to yourself. House lawmaker pitches long shot constitutional amendment that would allow Trump to seek a third term. Do you remember us saying, could he change the Constitution? Could he change the Constitution? This is astonishing. So Republican Congressman Andy Ogles, I wonder if he ogles, says he's introduced the amendment to ensure that we can sustain the bold leadership our nation needs. He's only been in power. This was done about two or 3 days ago. The Tennessee representative said he introduced the amendment to ensure that we can sustain the bold leadership. His proposal would allow a president to be elected for up to, but no more than 3 terms. So, yeah, no, you're right. They need 2/3 of states to approve. But even though it's a long shot, someone's going for it. Someone's actually trying to go for it. It's astonishing. Trump again demands to buy Greenland in what's being described as an horrendous call with the Danish PM. This is quite something. This is quite something. Sources say the Danes are in crisis mode. Speaking to the Financial Times, officials said that Trump spoke with Frederiksen for 45 minutes, the Prime Minister of Denmark, during which he was described to be aggressive and confrontational about her refusal to sell Greenland to the US. Now, I sense there could be a problem here because many of the people in Greenland don't want to be identified as Danes. And they do want the Americans to help them exploit their mineral reserves. I see a fight coming. I see a very soft, but aggressive, semi-aggressive takeover. So I don't think they're going to sell it. I think they're going to just walk in and take it. And what the hell is anyone going to do about it? Me too. It won't happen. Instead, Trump will install a dynasty. Another member of Trump family will be put up. Oh, I see, in terms of the 3rd terms. Yeah. Greenlanders want to be Americans far less than they want to be Danes. Well, I hope so. I hope so. Donald Trump says residents of Greenland want to be a part of the US. Look at him there. He's obviously just come. That photograph, he looks like, I imagine he'd look when he's in the throes of ecstasy. He looks like he's come out of a tanning salon. So anyway, you know, this is him insisting that, no, you know what? He tells his reporters on Air Force One, I think we're going to have it. I do believe Greenland will get it because it really has to do with freedom of the world. It has nothing to do with the US, other than we're the one that can provide the freedom. We can give them freedom. We can get their minerals. It's good for America. It's good for you. Crazy shit. Donald Trump's toxic remarks on Gaza reveal lack of joined-up thinking. This is his whole idea. Why doesn't Jordan and Egypt take them? Jordan's foreign minister said absolutely no. So what's going to happen next? I mean, to be fair, Israel have I think with the hostage exchange just started to allow people. Wow, this is bigger than to travel back to the rubble of the north. Hey, like Guy Pearce said on the red carpet for the Brutalist. Yes, isn't it great? They can all now go back to North Gaza and what? Sift amongst rocks. What a luxury. Go on, go home. It's just outrageous. All of it's just outrageous. So there you go. I mean, it's been a busy week. Okay, so give me one thing, all of you, that you think Trump's done this week that's been good. What's been the most positive thing? And maybe he looks like he just face planted some what's-its. Oddly specific. That is oddly specific as well. My hand forgot how to grip by the end of today. It was gripping so hard. Apparently, the UK has first dibs on Greenland, Danish minister says. Oh, God. Can you imagine if we go to war? Sweet fuck all, Dawn Decker. What's he achieved this week? I call it Air Fart 1. Me too. I like that. Nora Doyle, don't put that image in my head. I know I do apologize. Nothing, says Deborah Holdsworth. Rachel, I'm still thinking. Shut his gob. Well, we'll be back at the end of next week to decide what he's done in the second week and see if any of it makes any sense. Well, occasionally oddly specific. He probably stopped talking for a few seconds at a time, so that's positive. Yeah, he hasn't truthed. He hasn't posted a truth for 19 hours or 9 hours, maybe. That was his last one. I can't think of a single thing. Trump hasn't done anything at all good, says Liz D, but I'll give him credit for saying he wants to do one good thing, get rid of daylight savings time. That's interesting. I also think it's kind of good that he's removed the only thing I can think of, because I have a friend whose son emigrated to America, and she really wished he hadn't had to have the COVID vaccine to move there. They've removed the mandate for legal migrants moving to America having to be vaccinated. So I think the very fact, because I think as long as everyone's got the choice, I do think it's good that people are given the choice to discuss and decide for themselves whether they want to get a COVID vaccine. Anyway, so we'll see you on the morrow. Thanks for chin wagging. Keep your thoughts coming in. Tell us if anything strikes you as a potential positive. At the moment, I'm struggling, apart from the one I've just said. He's not done the China thing. No, he hasn't done the China thing. No, he hasn't done the China thing. The China thing, the China virus. Okay, guys, have a lovely evening. Oh, look, yes, I think that's a good one. Devon B. I thought reinstating military folk with back pay re-vaccine debate was positive. However, I wonder the underlying motives we aren't aware of yet. I know what you mean. It's just so depressing. And every time that any of his party and his representatives open their mouths about the Middle East, it's just, oh, fucking hell. It's just worse than ever. Anyway, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. And as I say, you'll be seeing on the vlog the madness of what we got up to today.